I knew something was off the moment my friends started acting too innocent. It was the annual winter charity gala, a big event in our small town, the kind where everyone pretends they're fancier than they really are. I was only there because my friends begged me to come, claiming, "Bro, you need a break from work, live a little." But when they kept nudging me toward the dance floor with suspicious smiles, I realized the break they wanted me to take had nothing to do with relaxing. "Go on," my friend Mason whispered, pushing my shoulder. "Someone's waiting for you." I frowned. "Who?" He just pointed, and that's when I saw her. A girl maybe 21, maybe 22, sitting alone near the corner. She wore a simple blue dress, her dark hair pulled into a soft braid. She wasn't talking to anyone. She wasn't even looking around. She was staring down at her hands like she was trying to blend into the shadows. And then I noticed a broken bar in her prosthetic leg. I whipped around to glare at my friends, who were watching me like they were waiting for a punchline. "You didn't," I muttered. Mason shrugged. "Relax, it's just for fun." Just for fun. Like she was a prank, a joke, something to laugh at. My jaw clenched. I didn't know her, but I hated the idea that anyone would treat her that way. So I took a deep breath, straightened my jacket, and walked toward her, not because of some dare, but because no one deserved to be made fun of like that. When she looked up and saw me approaching, her eyes widened like she'd been caught doing something wrong. "Hi," I said gently. "Would you a broken bar like to dance?" She blinked fast. "Me? Yeah," I said with a smile. "You." For a moment she hesitated, really hesitated, like she was trying to decide whether I was serious or if this was another cruel joke she'd have to survive. But then she gave a small, fragile nod. "I'd like that," she whispered. I offered my hand. She placed hers in mine, and together, we stepped onto the dance floor. She moved carefully, holding her balance with practiced elegance. But what struck me wasn't the prosthetic, it was her smile. Soft, nervous, but real, like she hadn't smiled in a long time and wasn't sure if she was allowed to anymore. "You're good at this," she said, surprising me. I laughed. "Trust me, I'm not. I'm just trying not to step on your foot." Her face warmed with amusement. "You're doing better than the last guy who tried." We kept dancing. Slow, gentle, comfortable. After a while I asked, "Can I ask your name?" "Ava." "I'm Daniel." She looked up at me. "Danielle, a broken bar. Why did you ask me to dance?" I swallowed hard. This was the moment. The truth mattered. "Because I wanted to," I said quietly, "and because you deserve to feel included, not ignored, not treated like some a broken bar punchline." Her eyes softened in a way that made my chest tighten. "No one's ever said something like that to me," she murmured. We danced until the music faded, but she didn't let go of my hand. "Can we broken bar stay for one more song?" she asked hesitantly. I've never been this happy before. Those words hit me like a brick, not because they were dramatic, not because they were emotional, but because they were true. A girl who should have been celebrated for her courage, a broken bar, a girl who carried herself with quiet strength, a broken bar, a girl who deserved the whole world, a broken bar. A broken bar was happy simply because someone treated her like a human being. I felt something twist in my chest. "Yeah," I said softly, "we can stay for as many songs as you want." Her smile was small, but it shined brighter than anything in that ballroom. Then the twist hit. As we danced the second time, I caught my friends watching me from across the room, laughing, nudging each other, whispering like middle school kids. Anger flared. I tightened my grip on Ava's hand. "Excuse me for a second," I whispered. Before she could react, I walked straight up to my friends, and I didn't yell, I didn't curse, I didn't shove anyone. I just said, loud enough for the nearby tables to hear, "You know what's funny? Kindness. You should try it sometime." Their faces fell instantly. People started staring, judging, not me them. They tried to laugh it off, but the damage was done. Their joke had flipped back on them. When I returned to Ava, she looked worried. "You didn't have to defend me," she said quietly. "Yes," I replied, "I absolutely did." The emotional climax came when the night ended. I walked her outside where the cold air wrapped around us like a quiet curtain. "Thank you," she said softly. "For what?" I asked. "For seeing me, for choosing me, for a broken bar tonight." There was no flirting in her words, no expectation, no hidden meaning, just pure, grateful humanity. "I hope," she continued, voice trembling slightly, that one day, someone will dance with me not because they pity me, but because they genuinely want to. I gently touched her shoulder. Ava, I didn't dance with you out of pity. She looked up, eyes searching. I danced with you, I said firmly, because you're someone worth dancing with. Her breath caught, and for a moment, she looked like she might cry, but instead, she smiled, the kind of smile that stays with you long after the night ends. We exchanged numbers, not because of obligation, not because of sympathy, but because something real, something humana had formed between us. As she turned to leave, she glanced back and said, "Tonight a broken bar. You reminded me that I'm more than what people see. You gave me a moment I'll remember forever." And just like that, she was gone. The lesson I learned. On the drive home, I realized something. My friends didn't trick her. They tricked me. But instead of humiliating me, it opened my eyes. We walk past dozens of people every day, of people carrying invisible scars, quiet fears, and silent battles. Sometimes, all it takes to change someone's entire night, a broken bar, or their entire life. A broken bar. A broken bar is one act of genuine kindness, one dance, one moment, one choice to be human.